Am I wrong for tell my 14F daughter the truth about her aunt? I am not the oop. Oop is you, old guy 50. Am I wrong for tell my 14F daughter the truth about her aunt? Originally posted to R. Amy wrong. Trigger warnings. Attempted kidnapping. Infidelity. Less than mood spoilers. Positive ending. Less than. Editor's note. Added spaces to make the post readable. Reposted with mod's permission. My apologies for the cutoff after a necessary edit. Original, September 2nd, 2023. Sorry this is long but the background is important. Okay. So 23 years ago last month my youngest sister Anna moved in with her third college roommate in as many years. For context, both my middle sister, Cora, and I had the same roommate all 4 years of college. The new roomie, Bree, was cute, smart as hell and new to dorm life. Bree's brother Ed moved her in and I moved Anna in. I was 27 meters at the time. Anna and Bree were 20. And Ed was 22. Anna and Ed really hit it off and Ed asked Anna to dinner that night. Jokingly I asked Bree out as well. Anna thought was I being serious and basically pushed Bree and I out the door. Ed and Anna never left the room. Bree and I went out for dinner and when I say I fell in love I'm not kidding you, I was done for. I ordered dessert just to keep the conversation going. I lived only 20 minutes from their campus in a house I had bought myself. I asked Bree if she would like to come over and for the first time in my adult life I was turned down by a chick. But turned down or not I was hooked and started asking Bree out regularly. Ed was a grad student on campus and he and Anna also kept dating. The girls were in their junior year but since they were both dating the other's brother they lived together for their senior year too. Bree and I got engaged that October and that is when Anna's switch flipped. Ed was still in grad school and Anna was going to have at least one more semester of college. Because she had changed her major so much, they were in no position to get engaged. Anna was a constant pain in the behind during the wedding planning. She tired to cancel vendors, change orders and even attempted to destroy Bree's dress. Ed threatened to break up with her if she didn't stop. She did. But the day of the wedding she tried to spill something, still don't know what, on Bree's dress but go her own instead. She missed the whole wedding changing. At the reception my sister Cora and Bree's brother Dean, older than Ed and Bree, got engaged. All planned by Dean and Bree since both families were going to be there. Anna again had a fit but calmed down at the thought of getting engaged at Cora's wedding. Ed didn't want to ruin the day anymore so he kept quiet. Later after Bree and I were gone, Ed caught Anna in a closet with a family friend doing the nasty. Ed of course broke up with her. Anna threw a fit, destroyed the venue and ruined Cora and Dean's engagement party. For 10 years Anna was in our lives with a cycle of men she would cheat on, rotating jobs, and having total meltdowns making our lives miserable. It all ended when she was arrested for fraud and spent the last 13 years out of our lives. Now she is back. My and Bree's youngest asked me why Aunt Anna and I don't get along. Anna had told her some lies and my daughter was confused because one involved Uncle Ed cheating on Anna. I sat down and told my 14-year-old the story I typed here. My wife thinks she is too young to be told all this. Am I wrong? Edit to add. When Anna got out of prison she showed up at family dinner uninvited and seemed to get all the kids, mine and Cora's, into conversations. Since all the kids share uncles the eldest called BS early. It's the 14-year-old who questioned me. All of Cora's kids called BS. Anna isn't supposed to be around the kids anymore. Second edit, my wife wants me to add that our daughter's BS meter is not broken. She called BS on me when I said my wife is the first woman to turn me down. Relevant comments from Oop. I hate to break it to you but your 14 is a lot smarter than you and your wife give her credit for. Telling the truth is always the best, and it lets her know not to go anywhere near Anna. I see a restraining order in your future. Op. We had one years ago, but it has expired. I filed for one a week ago and hope to have it approved after the long weekend. I agree she is a lot smarter than my wife gives her credit for. I felt she could handle all of the truth, but my wife cut me off. I had so much more to tell her. I think the fact that she is my wife's last baby make Brie a lot more protective of her. I need a link chart for this. So 3 siblings. Anna, Cora and Op. All dated 3 siblings. Ed, Dean and Brie. Cora and Dean and OP and Brie got married. Cora and Dean got engaged at OP and Brie's reception, which also became Cora and Dean's engagement party. Anna cheated, and she and Ed broke up. Anna became a criminal, absent from the family. Now back. Is Ed married to another sister? Is there another brother for Anna? I don't think you're wrong. But I don't know how she followed all of that. I would have checked out. Op. Ed married a wonderful woman. We love her. If Anna is married or dating, I don't know. I literally saw her for the first time in 13 years a little over a week ago. After we left our reception, everyone stayed to celebrate the engagement until Anna vandalized the place. We do redo the engagement party later. Update number 1, September 5th, 2023. 4 days later. Original post https reddit.com/r/amirong/s/uopcaesar. It happened today. And I'm not sorry. The restraining order was denied because the judge is a softie. We filed an appeal before leaving. While we were filing the appeal, Anna rushed to the school and tried to pull my teenager out early. My daughter was at lunch with friends in the outside eating area. It's gated, but the video shows Anna walking up to the gate, speaking to my daughter, and then walked to the office. Now I'm very glad I told the truth, and my wife is as well. Our daughter pretended to gather her things and walk to the office to meet Anna, but instead told a teacher her aunt is crazy and trying to kidnap her. The police were called. Anna was arrested, and I bet we get our restraining order tomorrow. The school acted quickly and perfectly, keeping my daughter and the rest of the students safe. I am grateful I talked to my daughter and I get to hear the words every husband longs for from his wife. I was wrong and I'm sorry. My wife actually said those words. My daughter is off. Anna is back behind bars, and my wife admitted I was right. I thought today was going to be bad, but it turned up aces. Thank this community for listening. This has been good for me. Edit to add the last 3 hours. I'm shaken, and so is all of our family. I just calmed down enough to post. Almost as soon as I hit post, there was a knock on my door, and it was the sheriff. For background, we know him. Dean, Ed, and Brie were raised by their grandfather, the former sheriff, and the current sheriff has known them his entire career. The family had gathered because we wanted to support each other. Anna had also attempted to remove Ed's 14-year-old daughter from school. The girls were upset, so we were all together. What the sheriff shared baffles me. Anna had drugs and a gun in the car she was driving. We don't know what she had planned or how he got the gun. We all looked a picture, and it is not one we have ever seen. Anna will be arraigned tomorrow on charges of attempted kidnap, possession with intent, and bringing a weapon onto school grounds. I can't begin to tell you how shaken we are or scared I am for my children. My son is 2 hours away at college, but he is coming home to be with his sister and us. I am very proud of my daughter. She asked if she would be allowed to speak at the arraignment, and the sheriff has promised to ask. I'm not sure if it's allowed, but I'm proud she wants to stand up for herself. We have to be at the courthouse tomorrow at 9 a.m. and wait for Anna's case to be called. They have to arraign her within 24 hours of arrest, so we know it will be before noon. Her trial may take up to 2 years to be prosecuted. Her fraud trial was 3 years long. But this part is quick. They are asking for no bail as no one will take her into their homes. My mother and father are beside themselves, absolutely devastated and blaming themselves. A mark of the amazing woman Ed ended up with is knelt in front of my parents and told them it was not their fault. Anna has asked to speak to our parents, Cora and myself. But at this point we all have declined. We are too angry, too upset and too hurt. I'll update tomorrow after the hearing. Relevant comments from Oop. Why did you file for the protection order? How did you know you'd need it? Did she threaten anyone? Op. We first got one on 2006. Anna was out on bail in her fraud trial. Her ex-boyfriend bailed her out, not anyone in our family. We had just bought our house. Anna came over ranting about how we stole her life and threw brinks through the windows. One missed my son, now 19 by inches. Bree ran and hid in a closet with him and our almost newborn. I think she was 3 weeks old. Until cops got there. I didn't get to share that with my daughter. My wife cut me off. That got us the first one. It expired while she was in prison, so she was not breaking it showing up to dinner. She threw a nut fit about me kissing my wife the night of dinner. I filed that Monday but couldn't get a hearing on it for a week. Since the judge didn't think her behavior was enough, Anna lost her mind and went straight to the school. I am so sorry this is happening to you. Kudos to you and your wife. And Ed and his wife. For having the forethought to call the school and for telling Gwen about Anna's unstableness. Let's hope she gets many more years in jail and never sees you or your families again. Question. Are you parents finally able to see how sick Anna is, or are they still in denial? Op. My parents have always seen problems. They paid for therapy for years for Anna. Had her evaluated for mental illness. Punished her actions. Called her out for misbehavior. The list goes on. They have never been in denial. They always expected Anna to suffer the consequences of her action and never once have bailed Anna out. Even when she stole a candy bar at 11, she had to confess to the store owner and pay for it from her money. My parents are not the typical boomer parents who needed the commercial reminding them they had kids. They were super involved and did everything to get Anna help early and often. Anna just never learned. Update number 2, September 6, 2023. 1 day later. You can check my other posts for more background. Today my youngest sister was arraigned for attempting to kidnap my daughter. For clarity, my daughter's name will be Gwen. For anyone following my posts, I am naming people A, B, C, D, E, G. I skipped F because I am not creative enough to get a female name my daughter won't hate me for. So, if you ever have to go to arraignment court, what happens is everyone is let in at 8:45 a.m. and you have to wait for the case to be called. Anna's lawyer asked my parents, me, and Cora to meet with Anna as she was pleading guilty to some of the charges and would not be released today. My wife and her brothers agreed we should go and maybe get some answers. We got no answers, only rantings of how we are horrible people to keep her out of our family and that we abandoned her. We turned her niece against her and we resent the fact that she is so much better of human being than we are. My mother is a mess. She hasn't been able to stop crying. We waited for a long time and Anna was the last case before the lunch break. The judge made a statement about yesterday's judge and how we should have walked out of here with a order of protection. He also said he doubted a OOP would have helped. He ordered a psych eval before trial. He read a report that said she was okay for arraignment, so he proceeded. He did allow Gwen and her cousin Helen to speak. I have tried to attach a photo of what Gwen wrote, but Helen decided not to speak at the last minute. From Gwen. My name is, until yesterday school was my safe place. I never worried about anything. I am not Miss Popular, but I have good friends and my classmates are good people. Yesterday someone who should love me, Who should want to protect me took away my safe place. I have aunts who would jump into fire to save me. Now I know I have one who would push me in. I only met her 10 days ago. In that short time she has shaken my foundations. I am asking this court to make right what she stole and please keep her away from me and my family. I'm only 14. But in the past 10 days I feel like I have aged 20 years. I know. Anna wants me to ask for mercy. But that is not safe for me to do. To say I am proud of my little girl doesn't begin to cover it. Yes, her brother, sister and cousins did help her. But she read this in a courtroom in front of the judge. Anna did attempt to interrupt but was threatened with contempt. Anna pleaded guilty to possession charges. She fought the attempted kidnap. Her argument is that the school would have never released the girls to her based on the school policies and therefore she had no reasonable expectation of success. However, she was the last case on the docket by design. While one solicitor was in arraignment court, another one was in with the grand jury. About 20 minutes before Anna was called, she was indicted on kidnapping charges. The judge actually smiled when is denied bail. Yes, everyone is getting therapy. It is likely 2 years before Anna's trial because of the motions and legal blah blah. So when we left the courthouse about an hour ago, this ends this crazy 10-day ride of Hurricane Anna. Thank you to everyone for your support and advice. My family and I enjoyed your comments. While we thought joining Reddit to vent about Anna would be just for fun, we should have remembered this is Anna and nothing is fun around her. She can suck the joy from every experience. Relevant comments from Oop. I am so sorry this is happening to you. Kudos to you and your wife. And Ed and his wife. For having the forethought to call the school and for telling Gwen about Anna's unstableness. Let's hope she gets many more years in jail and never sees you or your families again. Question. Are you parents finally able to see how sick Anna is, or are they still in denial? Op. My parents have always seen problems. They paid for therapy for years for Anna. Had her evaluated for mental illness. Punished her actions. Called her out for misbehavior. The list goes on. They have never been in denial. They always expected Anna to suffer the consequences of her action and never once have bailed Anna out. Even when she stole a candy bar at 11, she had to confess to the store owner and pay for it from her money. My parents are not the typical boomer parents who needed the commercial reminding them they had kids. They were super involved and did everything to get Anna help early and often. Anna just never learned. Reminder, I am not the original poster. Once again, my apologies for the cutoff. My wife wants me to add our daughter's BS meter is not broken. She called BS on me when I said my wife is the first woman to turn me down. Ba dum TSS. What in soap opera drama is this? And also, why did I think the daughter was actually going to be Anna's daughter that she gave to Oop and his wife to raise? And I'm sorry, but I'm having a lot of trouble believing that in 4 days. A hearing for a restraining order was held. An appeal to reverse the decision was made. And that Anna ended back up in prison and arraigned. Where are these people that law proceedings move at the speed of light? The BS level here is over 9,000. Ah yes. Because it is normal to call your wedding your sibling's engagement party. And a bride would just love her sister to get engaged at her wedding. I'm still stuck on the fact that all of the siblings from different families just decided to date each other and no one thought that was odd. Besides the mess of the situation, what a terrible writer and storyteller. I had to reread paragraphs the whole time. This is rubbish. Oop is one of the most functionally illiterate writers I've seen in a while. Oop wants us to believe the aunt was arrested and arraigned in 4 days with a grand jury judgment coming in under 2 days. Anyone else had issues reading this? Feels like a 14-year-old was writing this down. The background is important to the story. Spoiler alert, it isn't. Why was this deleted and reposted? A gaggle of Shrek fans are all thinking, Fiona. Like I said on the first post, arraignments are not trials. They have to happen within a 3-day window if the suspect is in jail. Which Anna was. An arraignment is, this is what you are accused of doing, and whether or not you will be allowed to wait in jail or outside of it until your trial. You can plead guilty or not guilty during an arraignment. A trial can take a few years to happen in the justice system. For once, a Reddit post actually has a legal timeline that makes sense. There are holes here, but the timeline of the legal stuff isn't one of them. Source: cousin and uncle are lawyers. Yeah, this is a bunch of BS. I read the first 3 paragraphs before giving up. Too many grammar mistakes and continuity errors. Just like when posted earlier, Oop is not a sympathetic narrator at all. I get to hear the words every husband longs for from his wife. I was wrong and I'm sorry. My wife actually said those words. Either one means this seriously, so he's an AH, or 2 means this tongue-in-cheek, so he's trying to be a smartass. Yeah, there's definitely other issues with this post, others have noted them. Just adding to the list. Can someone draw me a relationship map? I'm lost. Kinda weird that no one thought, I'll pass on dating my sibling's partner's sibling because the breakup could destroy 3 families. Are there no other fish in their pond? 10 out of 10. This was something someone played out in The Sims, or The Sims 3/4 whatever, before posting.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.